Hello everyone, I want to discuss about how to create a payment in Odoo Community version 16. This is one of the most important part of the system for registering the payments. In the Odoo, we have a two type of the payment related to the invoice or bills, or another payment. It's not related to the bills available invoice or bill. It's an account payment. These two type we divided in two way of the creation, and we will discuss it. One important note: if you make an on account payment, it is important to reconcile with this payment with the related invoice or bill after the bill creation. So I start for how to create payment related to available invoice or available bills. For this, we have to log into the Odoo systems. From the accounting, from the menu, I open accounting. I'm going to the invoice and found which invoice to have to pay. For example, this invoice we have to pay. The customer wants to pay this invoice. I open the invoice and I have one option, register payment. I have to select this payment is received in the bank or cash or any other module journal we have. For example, this is related to the bank. It's a seat in the bank. The amount, payment date we select, for example, today, and the other information, bank reference. If we have, we can select it and create a payment. By doing this, the payment is done, the invoice is going to the paid, and the payment is showing here like this. If you see in the invoice, you can see it is changed to the paid. Also, according to this, we have the same way for the vendor bills. For example, we open the vendor bills and I want to pay this bill to the vendor. Okay, I selected the bill and register a payment. Like before, they ask from which journal I want to pay. I want to pay from the cash and the amount. And when I paid in this date, I paid different information and create a payment. If you see, this bill is going to the paid and it is paid on this date. If you see in the bill list, this bill is paid and the other bills we can pay in different ways. This is two way of the payment on the invoice. In some situation, for example, these bills, let me open that. Okay, we can register a payment like this. For example, the total amount is 107 real. The 50 real is paid through the bank in this date. If I select this and I want to create, they ask me about the differences, payment difference. From the total amount 107 real, 50 real is paid to the bank. About the differences, keep it open, create a payment. It show that partial payment. Look, about 107 real, 50 real is paid. The rest is here. Again, we can register a payment and register it on the cash book in this date and finalized. This is finished the way of the payment on these bills. If you check that invoice, you see it is changed to the paid and to record of the payment is showing in the done. You can see it is changed to the paid and to record for the payment is done and amount due is 0. This is how we create the invoice for the payment for the invoice or bill. Another model we tell that on account payments. It is important, again I told it is important if you create an account, after creating invoice or bill, you have to reconcile with the payments. For the on account payment, we have three different way. First one, customer payment. For example, one customer paid the money on account to us for the somethings. We have to go to odoo, accounting, customer and payment. Let us check in the odoo, accounting, customer, payments. I selected. Here I can create a new. Okay, it is internal transfer, no payment type. We cannot change it. This always is received from the customer. Customer name, we selected the new customer. Amount 100 and date. If you want, you can add any information, other comments. It's paid to which journal? To the cash book and way I confirm. It is done it. It is done. And it is very important. Remember the previous slide. If you make an account payment, it is crucial to reconcile. How we can reconcile? Here only need open customer invoice. Select one of these customer invoices. If you open one pop-up showing here you have outstanding credit for this customer, you can allocate them and mark paid. Look here, 100 is paid from the other comment. Easily by assigning to the invoice, I add this amount to this invoice and fully is paid. Again, if I open another invoice, you can see again I have outstanding credit. The rest of the amount is going for this and I can assign to this account. I want to tell you about the vendor payment, exactly the same. Odoo accounting vendor payment. Let me check. If you want to go odoo accounting vendor payment. If you create a payment for the vendor, you see this option is changed to the sent. For the customer is received, for the vendor is a sent, means we have to send. To whom? To vendor 2. How much? 50 real. Date and any other information we can select. We want to pay from the cash and confirm. It is done it. Now we have to go to the bills number 2 and assign. You have outstanding debit for this vendor. You can allocate it easily. We can allocate this amount from the credit this customer have to us. Easily it is paid and also we have another credit. So the last one is internal transfer. This is very important concept for internal transfer. If you remember, in a accounting concept, I told internal transfer using the journal, and if we didn't go to the correct way of the odoo's workflow, it is affected to the accounting system. For this, remember also when you want to create internal transfer, you have to go odoo, accounting, vendors, payment, and click on the internal transfer. Let us check odoo, accounting, vendor, payment, and when I want to create, I create on the internal transfer. Look here, if I click, the name of the vendor is removed from the form. Only I have to select the amount, the date. Okay, we want to send 100 in 29 of February from bank to cash, from journal bank to journal cash, and confirm. Very important tip. When you create this one, look here, this invoice sent from bank to cash, odoo automatically generate one debit and credit, outstanding payment, credit, liquid transfer, debit. And if you check that, the second part is generated like this, received from another one. Look, outstanding debit and liquid receive. This concept is very important because for this I told when you want to create the internal transaction, always select vendor payment and click on the sales. Do not change the payment type. This is the whole story of the payment in the odoo. It is grateful if you have any feedback, if you have any question, you can send me message in WhatsApp or you can send me message through the email. I hope you have a good day, have a good time. Bye bye.